Like Beyonce says, if you like it, then put a ring on it. Do not fumble the bag. That line is from me, not Beyonce.
Now it's National Proposal Day. Here to help us celebrate is Mackenzie with Take My Hand Proposals. Thank you so much for joining us. This is such a special day. You see love in the air every day at work.
She also sees love from the trees because before the show we asked her, have you had to hide out? And she said, oh, I've seen too many proposals to count.
Too many proposals to count. And so many hiding places, so many bushes, so many trees, behind fences. It just never ends.
Okay, so you're here with Take My Hand Proposal. What makes you all so special? What do you do?
So what makes it so special is the fact that it's a special event. I mean, just as it is, it's a special person, it's a special time.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that you need, we're tailored to it. You know, if we had one that somebody was a pilot, if you want a plane to fly over, we will make it perfect. We'll make it beautiful. You know, we've got the grand marquee letters that are just as tall as you can want them.
Yes.
You know, anything that is special for you and your event, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, what does that look like, that consultation? Because you guys, like you just said, you do everything. So give us a deep dive of what that looks like when you talk to them.
So usually when they contact us and they go, hey, listen, we want to propose, and we go, okay, well, let's start by just telling us about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, how did you guys meet? You know, that's always the
to make
special
it personal.
story. Yeah.
Yes.
How did you guys meet? You know, what do you do? You know, what does your partner do? You know, all of those things. So then we can kind of take that and say, well, how about these suggestions?
Great. So you give suggestions and tips.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
Perfect. Because some people don't know where, they don't know when. What are some of the best places to do it?
Sunset is always beautiful. And anywhere that's special to you that you can catch that sunset. Any like botanical gardens, some nice parks.
Yeah, I would imagine, you know, in terms of keeping expectation, Jobina, obviously you've been proposed to.
Yes.
You know, talk about that expectation, because it's so easy to think over the top. So do you help them manage that when they're planning?
So sometimes I do, you know, get a little over the top with thinking, you know, well, maybe you're overthinking this a bit, and you know, what does your significant other want?
Yes.
You know. Now, I know that you may want, you know, the airplane flying over the top and all these other things, but is that what your significant other would want too?
Yeah.
You know, is that what, because it's going to be pictures for the two of you forever.
Right. And then you're having to bungee jump with them to get that footage.
Right, exactly.
Right, because sometimes proposals are public or private. Some people really want it in a secluded area where you're not going to have 50,000 people seeing you on a Jumbotron or whatever it might be. So you all provide photos of the proposal as well.
Yeah, we have a photographer, videographer, whatever, you know, is needed for the event.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Now, what about the fine details? We know some people are into the nails. Do you consult partners on what their partner really should have together before the big day?
I always suggest involve somebody else.
Okay.
Their best friend, their sister, their mom, that just kind of, you know, because when the guy makes the suggestion, you should go get your hair done.
It needs to be a mom or something.
Red flag.
Yes.
It's immediate.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I know what's going on. So then, you know, you just say, hey, will you just tell her that she needs to go get her nails done? You know, we're going to have a special weekend this weekend.
Right.
And then it's, you know, it's more of a surprise then.
Right, and that includes the footwear, the clothing, all of it. So all of that is tied into that proposal, just to make it as comfortable as possible for each party.
Exactly, exactly.
So good. This is beautiful. You have a fun job. Now, what's one of the best ones, before you go, what's one of the best proposals you've seen?
One of the best proposals
Set the
that
bar
I've seen.
for us here.
Oh my gosh, there are so mmany to count. There was one that we did on a rooftop. It was beautiful. They had actually met there by accident. He had been stood up for a date. And she just happened to be having dinner there because she lived nearby. And so he rented out this entire restaurant and like had their friends and family in there. And while they sat at the bar, so she didn't see and recognize everybody that was there. And then when he proposed, obviously they all stood up, and she was in so much shock. It was so beautiful.
Well, you have all the stories. Go check out Mackenzie. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is so special. Well, the time is 9:47. It's well.